Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and those who are currently trying to cut people off in traffic according to the maestro, welcome back to Music Village. And you know, folks, apparently according to what Dan the Weatherman Stu told me, things are gonna get a lot worse here in town because we just got a flood warning. Perfect. So I have to leave by canoe tonight. That makes my day even better. But besides me leaving out of here via canoe before the end of Music Village, folks, I think it's time for us to check out a couple of these indie games trying to make their way to the main stage from the Steam machine for another edition of the Friday Night Greenlight. And hopefully they have a flotation device to give me before I leave. And the first game that we have up, besides that joke, comes from the developer Winds War Flarb LLC, nice name by the way, with their game Demon's Hill. And this game automatically reminds me of the old Windows pinball game with a little hint of Diablo in it as well, mostly because you gotta fight demons while you're playing pinball. And a little interesting twist on this game, folks, they also had pinball bowling in this. Never thought a game would have that. Cool. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, depending on the pinball level you get a chance to go to, it has multiple levels that you would have to fight demons on. And apparently, according to the maestro, with 4 to 5 sets of flippers during this, yeah, there is multiple levels featured for one pinball game. So you get a chance to fight a multitude of different bosses. Nice. Now, if I could play with a friend, that would be even better. And the next game that we have up comes from the developers HFM Games with their game Hand Simulator Survival. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of not only, let's see here, Castaway with a little hint of those cavemen from not only all that, but I do believe from Mike, Lou, and Og as well. Yeah. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, and the picture Maestro showed me of somebody who tried to take a bone from someone else getting face planted into the dirt. Here's hoping that you get a chance to defend yourself from getting embarrassed like that. That's the only thing I hope for in the near future for this game, besides a chance for you to build your own camp. And with page 9 being somebody using a rock to build a camp, yeah, you can build your own camp. But I got a feeling somebody needs to get suplexed after doing that whole facepalm thing on the ground, because that's disrespectful. Completely disrespectful. And besides cavemen face-palming people in the dirt and in the sand, the next game we have up comes from the developers. We don't know because it's in Chinese. With their game, Rescuers 2019. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of urban chaos with a little hint of state of emergency in there, seeing the fact of all the chaos that happens on the streets. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that they actually give you the chance to, have a taser gun. That's it. I mean, they already got 12 gauge shotguns, 9mm assault rifles, you know, the standard bric-a-brac you would have in games like this. But here's hoping they have a taser to truly control the situation if it gets too out of control. That or a can of mace. Yeah, because, you know, sometimes you might have to take out the target, but not really take him out. Oh, Maestro said another thing, add warning shots to the game too, like firing in certain areas of the body to actually neutralize the target instead of taking them out, if that's what they're there to do. Right. And the next game that we have up comes from the developers Dronami, nice name by the way, with their game Billion Beats. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of Punch-Out with a little hint of Eek extravaganza in there as well, with the fact that most of these characters look like those fleas that was featured during that show. I keep forgetting what they were called, but yeah, they do definitely remind me of those fleas. And here's hoping in the near future for this game, besides getting a chance to fight against these different enemies, they also give you a chance to upgrade your fighter with its own story mode. And according to the maestro, with the final prize for this game being $1 billion in a bag, yeah, I guess that's story enough of its own. But here's hoping they have one big epic final boss. And with the fact that one of them looks like Anubis, yeah, I got a feeling that's the final boss. I'm not sure. And the last but not least game we have up for this week's show comes from the developers 2SD with their game Jenga Online. And this game automatically reminds me of, I guess, Jenga if it was in an alternative universe. And the reason why we say that, folks, is because they allow you to play Jenga in the mountains, in the forest, in some parallel universe that was probably created by the Twilight Zone or Rod Sterling, and even get a chance to play Jenga in the Arctic. And with all these different environments that you get a chance to play Jenga in, folks, here's hoping in the near future for this game, they allow you to have some form of weather effects for each place you go. Like, for example, if you're playing in the Arctic, sometimes when you try to pull a piece out, the piece would freeze in between the other pieces, causing you to jerk the pieces a little bit harder than what you expected. Or the piece might get stuck and you can't move it. Yeah, you know, different form of effects depending on where you go. And for that weird forest-like place that's in an alternate dimension, maybe some of the pieces of the Jenga board just warps to the other side of the world. Yeah, something like that. I'm thinking off base here, folks. And if you guys want to check out all of these cool games that are trying to make their way to the main stage via cargo plane, cargo ship, or subterranean train that's currently rumbling underneath your toes, you can head on over to the steam.storepowered page or the store.steampowered page, only known as store.steampowered.com, and just click ever so lightly on that upcoming page and click even lighter on that indie button to check out a whole bunch of ice-cold sub-degree temperature-like games that'll hopefully bring you some form of good luck, unlike me for today. No, seriously, I'm really hoping it brings you some form of good fortune because I'ma need it. Because I think by me mentioning these games through you, I can get good luck too. So here's hoping for good luck on your end. And with that said, folks, I think it's time for us to head back into this music, and when we return, we'll be back with yet another new DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories right after this. So don't get caught in evening traffic just yet, folks, and stay tuned.